Dear class of 2025, over the past 2 years, we have been through a lot together. To say the very least, here's a list of the historic events that we have lived through together. A presidential impeachment, a historic presidential election with the most votes ever cast, the introduction of the first female vice president of the United States, Kamala Harris, the death of a Supreme Court Justice, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, innumerable racial and social justice movements in our society, the tragic death of one of my favorite and personal heroes, Kobe Bean Bryant, and his daughter Gigi, the massive brush fires of Australia, some of the worst wildfires to ever hit the American West, the new era of spaceflight with Elon Musk and SpaceX, and who can forget a pandemic that has affected each and every one of us in an immeasurable way, both physically and mentally.
Yeah.
That was just to name a few things of 2019 through 2021. It has been a roller coaster ride of a lifetime, but nothing will change the fact that we rode that roller coaster together. We have had a series of ups and downs in school, from in-person to hybrid to virtual learning, back to hybrid, and finally, in full-person school. You have been through so much this year, and you have come out on top stronger individuals because of it. Your determination and drive has been the cornerstone of these tumultuous times, and whether you realize it now or 10 years from now, someday you will realize how much stronger you actually are because of the 2 years we spent together here. Class of 2025, you have had one of the greatest impacts on my life personally, and I will never forget you. Whether you are not aware of this fact, you have been a rock for me this past year. As all of you know, I've experienced tremendous loss in my life personally this past year, and many of you may have experienced something similar. This year, I lost my mother to a battle with mental health disorders, my grandfather to a battle with Parkinson's disease, and I lost my first dog with my wife Joey to bone cancer. The saying, when it rains, it pours, has never been more evident in my life than this past year. However, despite these hardships that we have endured together, no matter what your challenges have been this year, it's important to keep moving forward, overcome each obstacle, and live each day as if it were your last. On Sunday, August 16, 2020, my life forever changed when my son Jacob Earl Pelkey was born 4 months early and had to stay in a hospital for 24-hour monitors and supervision for 4 long months straight. Being a father had always been one of my biggest dreams of my life, but not knowing whether Jacob would ever get to leave that hospital and come home was constantly weighing on my mind. You guys were there every step of the way, supporting me, keeping my head up, and always pushing on with a smile year to year. Whether you know it or not, you guys helped me through each and every one of those difficult days when it was really hard to think about whether I'd actually get to bring him home or not. And then I was finally able to bring him home in December. And for that, I am enormously grateful. Titans, as our time together comes rapidly to an end, where we transition from this relationship of teacher to student to the relationship of that teacher I had that one time in middle school era, remember the great times we shared, the laughs, and of course all the endless goofiness. When you leave my room, I know full and well you may never be able to tell me what civilization was next to the Euphrates River, or what in the world 7 years ago actually means. If there is anything I hope you guys remember from my class, it is this. Go forward into society with open arms to all people, no matter their backgrounds, their ethnicities, or their culture. Participate in our great democracy that so many have given their lives to be part of. Use your voice to be an activist. March in a peaceful protest you're passionate about. Use your power to vote when you turn 18. Serve on a jury. Heck, maybe even run for office, and when one of you becomes president, I better get an invite to the Oval Office. In all seriousness, though, don't be a stranger. Come back and visit us from time to time. And many Titans of the past still reach out and stop by today, and it makes our day every single time. You all know we will miss each and every one of you, and this speech doesn't have to mean goodbye today. So let's leave it at that. I will see you guys later. So stay in touch, email, reach out, invite us to your games, your concerts, your competitions, play Xbox or PlayStation with me. And when you walk down that aisle at graduation in 4 years, or less for some of you, remember you are a Titan for life. You will always be part of our big Titan family, and we love you guys. Finally, I want to leave you with a quote my mom always told me. A quote that is on a frame behind my desk. Choose a job you love, and you'll never have to work a day in your life. Being a teacher is something I always dreamed of being. Growing up, I would always hear things like, well, the pay's not great, or you're a saint, middle schoolers are crazy. Why would you ever want to be a teacher? But what none of those people really understood is why I love this job. Because I do love this job, and I would never trade it for any other job in the world. I don't love teaching because of the breaks. I don't love teaching because of the nice weekends of Saturday and Sunday. I don't love teaching because of the building. Kids. Kids are why I love teaching. All of you are what make this job the job of a lifetime. You guys are why I show up with my goofy personality, a big smile on my face, and why I love what I do every single day.
Oh, yeah.
You guys are the reason I never want to miss days of school. My time with you over the past 2 years have been so precious, and which I will cherish every single moment for the rest of my life. That is why I always am so sad if I had to miss a day of school or if I got sick. What I'm trying to say is go from here and find something you're passionate about too, and never let it go. And you too will never have to work a day in your life. With much love, Mr. Pelkey.